Welcome guys to the first day of Parkour Duels, which will be on Fridays. We're gonna play Hypixel every single day, and since it is technically still the correct day, it is still Friday, even though it is 11:42 p.m. It's close enough. So this will be the first day. Tomorrow will be a different game, but still on Hypixel. So let's do parkour for today. Basically, I haven't played Parkour Duels in a long time, just because I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. I mean, by long time, I mean like 2 months. Because last time I played, I tried playing Blitz Duels, and then I got mad at it. So, yeah. Oh god. You really need to hide people. Because if they don't, that happens. I wonder if that's a setting you can do on Minecraft settings. Alright. So okay. Let's start it off with where should we start off? I'm just gonna name instances that happen at school. Alright, so basically I have a friend, right? We're gonna name them Jerry, okay? So Jerry, right, has Spanish 1, and they have presentations that are like going on right now, or did have a presentation, and okay, so my friend Jerry, that's gonna be their nickname, they have a presentation in Spanish, and basically it was just like things about me and stuff, right? We didn't have it last year, so we just had like to write it down on a piece of paper and then give it to the teacher. But they have to present it. So usually after algebra, I'll go to I'll go to the Spanish 1 teacher and talk to them for a bit, and basically I'll ask on how my friend Jerry's doing, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they're doing good, we have some presentations going up, and you know, they're not really working on it. And I was like, oh okay, that's fine. And yeah, and so I do this quite often. So I also did, like, let's see, a couple months ago, I think, during August, I asked them, I said, how are they doing? And they said, oh, they talk a lot. Or my Spanish teacher said, oh, Jerry talks like a lot. And I was like, oh, okay, that honestly seems like them. And she's like, oh, so you know they talk a lot. And I'm like, yeah, of course. And she's like, oh, okay, do you have any like suggestions on it? And so I said, actually, yeah, I do. And so I knew, like, going into this, that alright, this is my fault, alright? But screw that, I'm still gonna do it. So I said, move them to like the front of the classroom, like right in front of the board, because we have Promethean boards. So move them like right there, alright? And she's like, okay. And I'm like, cool. And then like put the shyest girl there, because Jerry can talk to girls, right? And like be friends with them, as long as the girl is like slightly, like, if this girl has a slight bit of confidence and is fine with talking, then Jerry can talk to them and will completely get distracted. And so I was like, okay, Yeah, so put them to the next to the shyest girl in that class, and my Spanish teacher was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I was like, cool. And then so I never told Jerry about this, and so like a day after this happened, Jerry was like, my Spanish 1 teacher put me in like the worst seating spot, like right in front of the Promethean board, and I like hate it so much. And I'm like, oh really, that's insane. I mean, I don't know why she would do that. And Jerry was like, I know, right? Like, I don't know why she does that, and I honestly don't like her. And then so I went up to her the next day, and I was like, guess what? And she's like, what? Or, well, the next day-ish. It was the day after, because we have a block schedule. And I was like, guess what? And she's like, what? And I'm like, Jerry told me that, it's good. Jerry had told me that they didn't like the seating chart that you put. And she's like, oh really? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, cool, that means we're gonna keep it. And I'm like, but don't you change your seating charts like every month-ish? And she's like, yeah, but like I'll keep them next to the same girl. And I'm like, oh, that's just cold blood. And she's like, I know, but like, gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm like, that's fair. And yeah, that happened. And so Jerry has yet to know this. It's a bad jump. Jerry has yet to know this. And yeah, that happened. So yeah, these jumps are really hard. I hate these jumps. I mean, ladder jumps aren't hard. It's the jumping off the ladder onto another block. Ladder jumps are actually quite easy. I just get distracted when I'm talking and playing, just because I want to focus on what I'm talking about and making sure I'm not using a lot of run-on sentences. Because I have a tendency to say like or and a lot whenever I'm speaking, and so I don't really realize that until like a while after. But yeah, come on, man, you got this. You're almost there. Don't fall. Whatever you do, don't fall. Is he looking at me? No. Okay. Don't fall. Don't fall. What's his name? Oh, he fell. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about how I use run-on sentences. Yeah. I use a lot of run-on sentences, but it's fine, honestly. Yeah. So, okay. So, our school has a French, Spanish, and Hmong class, I'm pretty sure. And so you can get into Hmong class until like the second year, and I wanted to do like a Hmong or Chinese or something like that, Hmong, Chinese, Japanese, some Asian language, and they didn't have it in the first year. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just do Spanish since it's a helpful language to know, since a lot of people speak it. And so I'm on my second year of Spanish right now, and this year I had all my friends, because a lot of my friends are Asian, and a lot of my friends saying that they got into Hmong because, you know, they were Asian, and because that also kind of seems kind of weird that our school had like brought in a lot of the Asian kids into Hmong, even though a lot of them were like Japanese and such. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but you know, I understand it, just because, you know, the school just wants to get money for some things and not even like actually teach the kids, because their school is very, very, very broke. So I get where they were coming from, but you know, it just seems kind of weird in some ways. Yeah. But basically, there was this girl that got into Hmong, and it confused me a lot because I'm pretty sure the school is like choosing people based off of if they look Asian, not really if they are Asian. Because this girl, let's see, what should we name her? We're gonna name her Emily. Emily is like fully Mexican. Like there's no part of her that is in the slightest bit Hmong whatsoever, or Asian, or like anything. And like I asked her that because I have history with her, and I was like, hey, do you have like, or you have Hmong, right? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, are you Asian? Are you Hmong? Are you Chinese or something? And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm Mexican. Like, I'm fully Mexican. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's. How'd you get into Hmong? And she said, oh, the Hmong teacher thought that I was Asian, so she put me in. And I was like, oh, okay, but shouldn't she do it based off of their family, like, ethnicity as Asian? And she's like, yeah, they should, but they didn't. And I'm like, oh, that's convenient for you, isn't it? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, at least you gotta do a fun language. Like, I'm stuck here learning como estas and like stuff like that. I mean, yes, Spanish it's a good language, no offense, but like to a English speaker, okay, can I make this up? To an English speaker, it is very, how do I say this? It's a rough sounding language, not really smooth as we see Japanese speakers and such. They have a very smooth form of talking, and so yeah, just a little mad about that because I don't know how she got in. I mean, like, yeah, okay, I'm whiter than her, alright? I'm like much whiter than her, and so I don't know how she got in because she's actually not like that. Okay, that seemed wrong. I mean, okay, some Asians are darker than me, just because I'm European. So yes, like Cambodians, Filipinos, they usually tend to be darker, but not always. Just depends on, you know, the people. Like the father and the mother, they have different ethnicities. So yeah, no offense. Like, I'm not trying to stereotype people over here. It's just, you know, the world has stereotyped people, and you just forget. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm a little mad because Spanish has been rough, alright? Our Spanish teacher says chicos so much. Like, it's basically the equivalent on how people these days say, like, bro and stuff. And I say bro a lot, so I'm basically counting myself in. He says chicos a lot, and it's like really, really, it gets really annoying, like, when you hear other people say chicos, because that's all you can think of. You're like, ah, oh, this person's like my Spanish teacher. And yeah, so like the word chicos or chicas has been like completely ruined for me because of that. And also, he makes us do a presentation almost every week, and theoretically we should have a test every week, but he forgets. Like, we were meant to have a test in September, right? And it's in the grade book, so it says a test like mi rutina diaria, because that's what we were learning. However, we've yet to do it, and this semester has already finished. So yeah, also, like, we were meant to have our final, right? Our final was meant to be, you know, on the last day or whatever, because, you know, it's the final. However, he just never gave it to us, so we were all like, well, guess we're not getting the final, which is, you know, great for us, because we did not want to take that final. Okay. Sorry. These jumps always make me mad. Okay. But yeah, so that's happening. But my Spanish teacher is mostly nice because my Spanish teacher really likes soccer a lot. So, or football in some places. And so, like, half the class he'll just be talking to this one kid in our class about football, because this kid is in, like, a whole bunch of other teams. And so, like, half the teams that this kid is in has some kids that our Spanish teacher used to coach for soccer. And so they just talk about, like, how the kids are doing half the class, and, like, we never really do anything because of that, which is fine by me, because, you know, I don't want to do this stuff because it's talking over and over again to this one kid that I do not want to talk to. So yeah, I'm happy that he does that, because it gets interesting when the only thing you've been talking about all day is, like, what class did I have before that? When all you're learning all day is robotics and such. So it's like a brain break, basically. Yeah. And the whole class is so very grateful for this kid that talks to him about soccer, because, you know, it gives us all a break and we can just go on our computers and, like, play games. Because my teacher is so, like, focused that he isn't monitoring our computer screens. So it's really great for us, honestly. Not academically, it's not great for us, but it's great for us mentally. So that's a win, you know. But I got logged in on this. Please don't rubber band me. Thank you. Yeah. That's mostly what my day is. It's a lot of mind-numbing tasks. First place. It's a lot of mind-numbing tasks that you really, really don't want to do. I think my most boring class would be I think it is Spanish, honestly. I don't know. Or English is actually pretty fun. English is only fun when I sit next to a person that I enjoy, like, you know, talking to. Hey, that's my name. Yeah. So that's the only time I enjoy English. Yeah. But I mean, all the classes are enjoyable in their own way. Even Spanish has its ups, because our teacher, like, rarely looks at their monitoring application. So, like, half the time we can just be playing games, like, on cool math games, or, like, Slope, or those games. Like, I do monkey type a lot, Yeah. So, yeah, it has its ups and downs. No? Okay. Yeah. People are cool. After the one kid that I'm like sitting next to in Spanish, we're gonna name him Joshua. I don't actually know his real name, so we're gonna name him Joshua. He sits next to me, and so we have those hand sanitizer bottles that are like 12 ounces or whatever, 16 ounces, 24 ounces, I don't know. They're the ones basically a little bit bigger than a soda can, and so they get those and